Hello everybody, meet Sage, and she's going to help us with our tutorial today. Today I'm going to show you how to make infant and toddler pants without using a pattern. And I really like this technique. Once you get it down, you can make pants in about 20 minutes. So it's a pretty nice little tutorial here. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is measure her so that we can get a good waist measurement. On infants, their waist is always going to be the biggest part on their body. When you're changing this pattern up to use it as pants for toddlers or older children, you're going to want to measure more around the diaper area or around their tush, because that's normally the bigger parts. Okay, so we've got a 20-inch waist measurement. I mean, you want your pants to fit kind of loose, so you're going to add 2 inches to that, and we're going to go with a 22-inch measurement. You're also going to want to measure your outer leg. Your outer leg measurement is where you're going to have your waist to the bottom cuff of your pants. Now, depending upon where you like them to fit, I like them like right around the belly button on infants. So we're going to measure from here with the leg extended, and with that we get a 14-inch measurement. So you're going to add 1 inch so that you have your cuffs on either side. Then you're going to want an inner leg measurement so you know where you're going to make your cuffs. And we're looking at 8 inches, so you're going to add 1 inch to that as well. And here in a second I'll smooth out the fabric and show you how we put this. So I've taken my measurements and went ahead and cut my fabric. And of course we have 2 pieces of fabric, and I cut them both at the same time. If you're wondering how we got such smooth cuts on all sides, I used my rotary cutter, which is not wanting to work right now. And this is a great tool, especially for doing small intricate clothing where you're going to have a lot of cuts. So we have our 2 pieces of fabric, and you're going to want to turn them, because I want my polka dots on the outside of the clothes, so we're going to face them to the inside when we make our cuts. Now, on infant clothing, it might be a little confusing at first to figure out what you're doing, so I'll try to take this step by step to show you. We have our waist is almost a bigger measurement than our length. I went ahead and cut 14 inches wide because I want to go ahead and make these pants a little bigger so that she can continue to grow into them. And you're going to take your fabric and fold it in half and try to get everything as smooth as possible so that when you do this, you don't end up with a big mess. Our inside leg measurement was 9 inches. So you're going to mark this point on your fabric and make a cut. Now I go in about 1 inch on infants just so that they've got enough room to move around. And then you're going to take this cut all the way up to your waistline. Okay, now when you've finished making your cuts, you're going to have what resembles an upside down T, and that's what you're looking for. We're going to pin up both of the smaller edges of the T, because this is where we're going to make our first hems. So give me a second and I'll be right back with the pins in and hem lines. Alright, so I've made my side seams, as you can see, and I went ahead and pinned it all out. I tried to use a color of thread that you guys will be able to see on camera, but I'm not sure that it worked out too well. I'm going to have to wait for editing to find that out. I should have told you to begin with that if you want decorative bands or hems on the bottoms of your pants, then it's a good idea to go ahead and put them in when you make your side seams. It's just a personal preference, but I think you can get things laid out much easier, and you don't have to work with trying to fit square things into a circle, and it always just works out better for me that way. Okay, so you have your side seams, and what you want to do to make the flip is you take your two pieces of fabric and pull them apart, and what you originally had as side seams turn into middle seams. And when you pull it apart at the bottom, you've got two pant legs. So you want to go ahead and pin these and sew, and then you're just about done. You've got a casing to put in at the top after. That's your personal preference also. If you make these pants out of already pre-made t-shirts, then depending upon how you make your cuts, you can already have your leg seams or a top casing. Now, since I made these pants a little bigger than Sage's measurements, I'm going to go ahead and put in a casing at the top so that I can use some underwear elastic to snug them up a bit until she gets bigger and is able to wear them on her own without the elastic, and then I'll just take that out. So let me pin these up and sew them, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so we've finished our pants, and we have them on Sage, who's not very happy about being woke up. And I went ahead and made a pair for Jade, who is wearing a 3T currently, so that you can see how easy the pattern or the technique changes up. You can make skinnier legs by just changing the way that you do the technique. You would do a more accurate measurement if you wanted skinny legs, and to give the babies or children a little room to grow, you'd of course add an inch or two to your measurement so that your final product comes out like this. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and keep checking back with us so that you can see more ways to make children and toddler clothes without a pattern.